I'll try. I'll see you up there. So this week starts off with us in Rethel. We had made a race to get here because we wanted water and power, and found that there is no water and power here. They are in the process of doing it up, and they're not talking about getting it in until September. So that's very disappointing for the people who have got boating this season. So today I've been doing some editing, finally getting the power going, and being able to do it is great. So while I was doing that, Tony went for a ride up the canal to the next couple of locks to see if there was water anywhere, and he's found a house that has a sign on it, and he waited for an ecclesier to come along and had a chat to him. And yes, we've got an appointment at 3 o'clock to get some water, which is fantastic. So we're just about to leave Rethel and start moving on. So Rethel is actually really quite lovely. It's quite a nice big town, and the port is really nice, and once they get the power and water on, it'll be brilliant. And there's a lovely little pub just over here which had a very nice lady who was most helpful, which will, you know, it's really nice next to the port to have somewhere to go for a drink. And the town is quite nice, lots of food places. It's really good. So we have stopped at the first lock after Rethel, and there is a water sign in there, which is where, this is the ecclesier's house which Tony went and asked about this morning. And so we've managed to get some water, and it's going into the tank, which is great. So we were talking to the ecclesier at the last lock while we were getting water, and we were asking him about all the ecclesier houses that are like run down or neglected or empty, and he was saying that, you know, you can buy them, but it would take you at least 7 years to get all the paperwork. It's quite a procedure because it's owned by the VNF and then by the arrondissement and then the French government. So it's not a thing that you're going to do lightly. It's the drama, as Tony's giving me a hard time. Because of the last lock we got, it wouldn't open for us, and we had to call the ecclesier, which he was very good. He's a very nice man, and so we didn't get as far as we wanted to. So we're now green banking tonight, but we've found a beautiful little spot, and we might even put the drone up. this is why we come. Wake up in the morning to this. It's absolutely glorious. Just stunning. So quiet and pretty. Oh, that sun's a bit bright there, but it's beautiful. I don't know if you can see, but there are big windmills in the distance. They all seem to stop at night, obviously, and start again this morning. So last night we spent green banking just here, and we're going to travel through here, and then we're going to go up here up this staircase of about 32 locks. So we're not sure whether we'll get to here and just go for a ride down here, or what we're going to do today. We're just having a sort of a ponder, but we'll let you know. This section is just so beautiful, so peaceful, and birds are singing, just lovely. So loving our new coffee machine, working a treat. So we got to Ecluse 6 this morning, and there's no pull string, it's disappeared. So the guy yesterday had said that he needed to open one up for us, but we couldn't get to where we wanted to for him to do it in the time. So we've got here and we cannot get through, so went to see if there's a call number, and no, there's not even a call box, so we're going to have to find some way of getting in touch with them. So the Ecclesiaire has just arrived. Tony's up there having a chat to him, so I'm just going to bring the boat up by myself. So this is Ecluse 5, and it had a lovely little restaurant and everything, but it's not open today. We've just had the lovely Ecluse man tell us about the staircase that we've got to go up, and we're just about to head on out. So we are just coming up to lock 27, which is the bottom of the staircase. And you have to ring ahead to get them to open this lock for you. So, and the other one is going down to a little town that you can see there. There's two locks there. The one on the right goes down to a little town. It's just a little branch that's no longer in use. And so we spoke to the guy this morning, and we said we'd meet him here at 1 o'clock. So he's just opened it for us. And we start a staircase of 33 locks. So we're through lock 27 and we start the staircase. They gave us a little remote control, which is really cool. So we're going to, there's 33 locks, and we're going to get to 20 today. So we're only going to do 7, and we're going to stop, and we'll do the rest tomorrow. There's our stop for tonight in a little place called Neufville. Lovely little spot halfway up the staircase. I'm going to go off and see what the town has. Here's one of our little creatures that we were talking about. They're quite cute looking, but they're a pest. So this morning we're off cycling back down the canal to a lock that we just passed yesterday that's got a museum. Well, it says it's got a museum in the book. Whether it's open still, I don't know, but we'll go and explore it anyway. Otherwise we'll go down to the village and find a croissant. So once again the books are out of date. It looks like it's being redone. Someone's obviously bought it and doing it up. And but would have been lovely to go through, but it's a beautiful morning, so we'll go for a ride. Just beautiful riding through here. It's like a swamp through here. You can probably see much. And It's the canal that we came down yesterday. So this is the canal that we've been going up, and this is the river right here, which is very full, a lot of water going down. In the middle of absolutely nowhere, there's like a little mini theme park. Amazing. Further than I thought. It ended up being about 30k ride, but beautiful. And as we were coming up the hill again, we saw another boat coming up, so we thought we'd better race and get going so we're not in the lock with two, because the bollards are so badly placed that it would just be really, really tricky. So we're gonna get going. NF guys are hard at it. They've got their new mower out on the other side of the van, and they're all going to be mowing around along the edge of the canals, which keeps it nice and tidy for us. So I'm just walking up to the next lock because there's a gorgeous little house I want to photograph. So Tone's just going to bring the boat up on his own, and I'll get the ropes for him. It's been quite tricky with the bollards because there's no markings on the walls and we can't see where they are. It's quite tricky. So this is how really slow it is. Very peaceful. This will be Tony's first lock he's driven into this year. I'm sure he'll nail it, as he normally nails everything. Here he comes. Beautiful. So it's quite a long way down, so it's quite hard to see the bollards. This is horrible to see. See how that rope has been jammed in that crack, and their boat would have been hung up. It would have been quite frightening for them, and they've had to chop the rope. You've just got to be so aware of these cracks in the edging. So we got to the top of the hill and had a lovely little cruise to the nearest town, Le Chesney, and we berthed just in here. And then a whole of other boats arrived, and the one that's there now came in, and they were panicking because they needed power, and everybody was plugged in except for us, so we decided that we'd move. So we have now moved. Oh, tractor's in the way, of course, but down the channel, down the canal, and we're just parked on the side over there on the canal. This can't be right, 50 degrees. I know it's hot, but that can't be right. So we're on our way, and quite pleased with where we stayed last night, having to have to move from underneath the bridge, because the bridge was actually quite noisy. So where we ended up, which was just a little bit further on, worked out really well. the tunnel, and this is what it looks like here. Isn't it beautiful? And then we're just waiting for the Ecclusier to open the lock up here. Here we are at Pontebar, and we're just seeing over there that they're at a chandlery, so we're going to go and check them out. So there was quite a good chandlery there, and we managed to get some oil, which Tony's been wanting for the motor. But we're parked in the wrong place, so we have to go through the lock that's just here. Tony's just walked back up with the remote to set it off. I see the lights have just gone, so we'll carry on, and we now go out onto the Mews, I think it is, or the Moselle. I can't remember which one it is. I'll correct myself soon. So we've just moved from the port of Pontebar, as there was only parking on the boat rental side, and we had to move. So we've gone through Clue 6 and we're out the other side. Lots of boats, lots and lots of boats, and we've just come in and found a little spot between them all, and it is extremely warm. It is 35 degrees in the shade, so we're just gonna have a wee afternoon nap and a cold shower. Spot for the night. We are just down the arm from going on to the Mews, and it is a beautiful evening. We've had a lovely day. So we are on the Mews now, and we've got about 10.5 k's before the next lock. So on the river you can go a lot faster than you can in the canals, so it's a little bit quicker. So we are running with the river, and so with the same revs we are doing 2 k's faster. So on the bridge up ahead we've got 2 yellow things and a red bar, so obviously we're going to go on the right side, but the 2 yellow ones means that it's one way, and on the other side they'll have a one way on where the red bar is. If there's a single yellow square, it means that both travel in the same space. Because we are on the river, the banks are all raw, and there are a lot fewer places to moor for the night. See our morning cyclists going past, but it's really beautiful. You get a lot more space, and it's just absolutely lovely. We're in a town called Charleville-Mezieres or something, and we've just cycled up to a Brocante that was rubbish, and we've just cycled into the little square, and we're going to have burgers. Hey! We came up from down there, we came up here, and the port is in behind there. There's a lovely park and everything. We've got the lovely little cafes everywhere. We've just been to a Brocante, which was fantastic. Here's our park in Charleville-Mezieres. And it's a beautiful marina. Not many boats here at all. It was €26 for 2 nights, and it's got all the facilities, washing machine and bathrooms and all that sort of stuff. Very, very nice. Our morning croissant is so good. The butter is still liquid and it is just divine. Here's another one of this painting. So here you've got the painting done in 3D relief. Charleville is known for its puppetry, and they have the World Puppet Festival and everything. This whole room is by the one artist, and his work is just amazing. Fantastic stuff. Love it. So this is some of these windows. It's just so neat to get up and close and see them. So they're just done like an etching. You put the ink paint on and then you scratch it away and then add more. It's just beautiful to see. An old fire grate. Man, they knew how to make stuff with frills. Just so much craft in it. So this is by Eugene Damas. He's a well-known artist and just beautiful work. Love it, absolutely love it. And then you've got the century one for people there. The mole hunter. Look at this. Like a little trap for catching moles. I had no idea that you'd actually catch them. We see lots of evidence of them around. So that's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed. We've really enjoyed Charleville-Mezieres. It's been really lovely. Lots of great little walks and parks, and museum was fantastic. So onwards and upwards to next week. See ya.